Alright, let me make sure that I'm using the right mic again.
You do that.
Okay, yeah, I'm using the right mic.
Good.
Okay. So let's do a sync clap.
Sync clap. Wait.
Sync clap.
Okay. 3.
I'm gonna count down this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, fuck. That was in sync for me.
Okay.
Was it for you?
No, I did it way before you did.
Like way before?
Yeah, but it's fine.
Okay.
So, welcome back to
You introduce
Sure
it.
Why Not. I am introducing it. Welcome back. Last episode was a little serious, and Carlos went on a rant that
Tantrum.
didn't end for an hour. So, we're gonna apologize for that. We get pretty heated when we have to talk about stuff that's personal like that. So we apologize for anything we said that was, I don't know, offensive. But anyways, we're gonna be making a shift to start giving advice for college students, because college is hard.
Mhm.
We deal with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of change, if you're coming out of high school and you're living on your own. So, hopefully we can give some advice off of our experience and just make it a little easier for other students that are going through these troubles, So, let me introduce my co-host or other host, whatever we call each other.
I don't know what
So,
we're calling each other.
Me neither. Well, say hi, Carlos.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. So it's me and it's Carlos, and today we're talking about relationships in college, and that's not just like significant other. What do you call those relationships? Like,
Oh,
I don't even know.
Platonic?
Like actual I have no
is
idea.
that a thing?
Like, okay,
Words
we're not
sound
just
familiar.
talking about relationships with like a significant other.
Like
Okay.
dating? You could just say that.
Yeah.
Or
Okay, that's true. Yeah, so we're not just talking about dating. We're going to be talking about, friendships, your
parentals even.
your parents, siblings, because in
Teachers.
college, teachers too. That's a good one. And even like acquaintances, just
Sure,
like people you pass on the street,
Just
know,
people,
'cause- because all of those are super important. And
True.
in college, when you're by yourself, those are pretty detrimental to your success. So, yeah.
All right. Well, how are we gonna start? What do we have like a story we could start off with?
I guess. I mean, I know that when I came, because you know what? Let's just start off with, a story of when we first got here,
Okay.
because, I didn't just showing up here, because I know you didn't know many people here.
Yeah, I knew 2.
Yeah, and then I didn't know anybody.
Right.
So anyways, yeah, I mean, we told the story of moving in and how we met and everything,
Yeah.
and I mean, I was super nervous because I didn't know anybody. So literally, the people that I lived with, that I was dorming with, were the first people that I met. I met some people at orientation,
Which isn't
but
like necessarily a good thing. Like
Oh,
if that's your
I have
first
no idea.
experience there,
yeah, I mean, it was, it worked out.
Yeah.
Maybe not particularly for my personal roommates, but anyways,
Yeah, that's
so yeah, they were quite the experience.
That's for another episode.
Yeah.
Actually, we could touch on. Oh, we're gonna touch on roommates. Actually.
Oh,
yeah. That's for today then.
Yeah. Okay.
We could
Good
start
point,
off with
good
that.
point.
Actually, we're talking about like the difference between being friends with people like in high school and how
Oh, that's true.
when you were friend like I've said with you before, like I've known you for a year and I've known other people
Right.
for like 5 years, but I'm better friends with you and closer with you than I've ever been with those people that I've known longer. And the reason that is because we spent 24/7 like with each other because we were in the same
Yeah.
living space and dealt with stupid shit, and like it's a whole nother experience of friendship when you're like sharing a
With-
roof, I guess,
Yeah.
because you don't get a break from each
No.
other.
You don't.
So you're always you're always interacting, and you see how that person lives and their tendencies, and you learn to accept them or not accept
Or not. Yeah.
Depending on the extremeness of them,
Yeah.
oh fuck, I just dropped something. Like, with cleanliness and sleeping patterns and
Shoot, there's way more.
cleanliness.
There's way more to this than I thought there was.
Yeah, me too, actually. I
Um,
mean, we could just talk about our experience with our roommates.
huh.
I mean, we did talk about the. Did we talk about how we chose our roommates
I think we did
with the whole
briefly.
roommate Tinder thing? I think we did.
Yeah.
If not, basically when we applied for the school that we went to, we basically had like a roommate Tinder that.
Oh no, yeah, you did talk about it
Yeah,
because we
did.
talked
Well,
about how
I'm
everyone
gonna
lied.
recap for those who don't know or
Oh.
who didn't watch or didn't hear. But basically, it's a roommate Tinder where you would like have these little sliders. I would say, I like to clean from 1 to 10, and you would put the slider from 1 to 10, and then everyone would fucking lie on it because you're not gonna say you're a dirty person unless you're weird anyway. And so you would match with people, and you would pick someone. You could write a little bio. But yeah, I picked James, who will eventually be on the podcast, probably, most likely. And it actually would tell you who, because when you picked your roommate, you would also get to pick a room, which we didn't talk about this. You got to pick a dorm, right?
Yeah.
And originally, when I started picking them, I wanted one near an elevator, on the second floor, right? Like those were my specifications because I didn't want to be far from an elevator when I was moving in, and I also didn't want to be on the first floor where people were like looking at you or like loudness,
Right.
So when I got all my roommates, I got my roommate picked, it gave me a date, and then James a date on when to pick a room. But then my date was before his, so I picked, and it basically picked for both of us. It was really weird.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna do that, but then it did it anyways.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. So I picked the room, which I kind of think is really crazy if you think about it. That, like, if I had picked another room, like we may never have met.
That's true. I
It's
didn't
like a
think of it that
super
way.
weird thought to like think about, because like, well, I kind of didn't have a choice because the building that I was picking in, it wouldn't let me pick any rooms, right? And it kept saying you're not authorized, or you're not qualified, or
Oh.
you don't fall under the qualifications for this room or this dorm.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I kept picking other ones, and I was like, why isn't this working? And I realized that all of them that I had been trying to pick had an F next to them, which stood for female. So I was like, oh, well, that would explain a lot.
Yeah,
so I
that'll do it.
I eventually landed on ours, which was like, I think the only guy room in our hall.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was, because there was only 4 or 3, right? I don't remember how many there were. There were 3 on one side of the hall,
Actually,
and another
no.
3 on the other side.
There
Yeah.
was guys on the other side of the hall.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about our hall.
Oh, yeah.
There was only 3, and then we're both girls. And then there was the RA, too, who was also
Yeah.
a girl, so yeah.
where I am right now, we're the only guys on the floor.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but I don't
But
talk to any women. So
any women?
no, I mean
Well,
I talk to like a select few that are like actually
well,
nice
I'm sure you
people.
interacted with
So
them at least.
yeah, I don't know. I don't interact with the people on the floor.
Well, it's kind of like those people who were on the across the hall from us last year. Remember?
Yeah,
Like they had the police show up once, and then
yeah,
and then we like kind of said hi when they would come out of the room at the same time as us and stuff.
yeah. I mean, there's a point where it's like, once you've been living next to each other for half a year and you haven't said anything, then it's just awkward if you do say
Yeah,
something.
that is true.
So,
Well, anyway, I was getting to something. I don't remember what it was with that
picking the
whole
room.
room. Yeah, I can't remember what I was getting to though.
Oh,
Well,
well, my
anyway,
understanding was,
yeah. Well, you get an expectation from this Tinder thing. You think, okay, well, I matched with this person, so they must be somewhat like me, and
right.
it did turn out to be that way with James, which was good for me, and then the fact that I could actually find someone who had a lot in common, in various aspects, I guess, like the fact that we were both computer weirdos, because
Yeah,
it did help, because if I had thrown if I had gone to college and had some I don't know, someone who didn't understand like PCs or anything, I would have been like this weirdo living with him with the fucking computer. I
yeah.
don't know.
Honestly, that's how because before being friends with you guys, I didn't pay attention to computers at all.
Right.
So like that was a whole new experience. And
Right.
okay, for the listeners, I'm the only one that doesn't have like a custom
Built
PC.
PC, yeah.
Yeah. So Dylan has one, Will has one, James has one.
Sort of.
And, yeah, James's graphics card is broken and he hasn't decided
His
to fix it
computer's,
yet.
like, falling
So
apart.
yeah. And then Carlos has one too. Actually, Carlos has like 3 now.
I
So
have two.
why he hasn't given me one yet, I don't know. So
I have one, and then one's a server, so it's different. But yeah. What was I saying? But yeah. But then you. So. Oh, okay. I remember what I was getting at. So when we picked our roommates and everyone else picked their roommates and picked the rooms, it would show us who was in our dorm, right? Because there's a dorm and there's dorm rooms.
right.
And then we could actually message each other through that, I think, or something, right?
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. That's how I made the group chat.
And then you created the group chat, and then we were all in there, and we kind of like talked about who was bringing what, which I think nobody ended up bringing anything.
I think we did all our shopping once we got there.
Yeah,
I
but I
think that
mean,
was
they were talking about bringing a TV and stuff.
Oh, that's
And then
right.
nobody brought a
Yeah.
TV, which honestly, I don't know why anyone would have brought a TV, because I don't know what the hell you're going to do with a TV there unless you had an Xbox or anything, which we didn't have.
Yeah. Well, we decided to get the projector, and that
Oh,
lasted for like
that was
a
the
good week or
Dumbest
so.
fucking idea ever. Especially
Yeah.
letting Specimen A fucking
Specimen.
buy it, because
Oh
it
my
was like
God.
$300 or something ridiculous for this tiny ass projector that you honestly could have bought for $20.
Yeah.
And
he
then
just got it.
where's that
because-
projector? I don't know. Where's my money
Oh,
for that
I
projector?
know
don't
where it
know.
is.
Where?
I know where it is.
Where?
Oh my God.
What?
Okay,
Okay,
you're gonna have to
story
bleep this out.
Okay, yeah.
You're gonna have to bleep out the names.
Okay.
Okay, so we went to Will's, right? And Will is roommates with. Okay.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Okay.
that must be fun for him.
And so,
Because this person that Ryan mentioned was one of our dorm mates, and he would come in at 3 a.m. with his buddies and fucking have a party and would wake me up, and I wanted to murder him. But anyway, continue.
he was nice though.
He was a very nice person, but just
Yeah,
was not
he
very
was-
considerate for the rest of the dorm. That's all.
Yeah, he was very nice, but he wouldn't go to sleep until like 5 a.m.
and
so.
would leave shit everywhere, and wasn't considerate, but was a nice person. I
He would
won't
just leave food in the fridge. That's like the only issue that he really.
No, he would leave. He would leave like pizza boxes out in the
Oh, that's
living
right.
room
Okay,
and
never
shit.
mind.
Yeah.
I have a bad memory. Whatever.
Anything you're saying,
um,
Will and everything.
yeah. So we were over at William's place, and we like opened one of his drawers, not thinking of whose it was, right?
Hmm.
And it was,
Yeah.
and
He had the projector.
the projector was in there.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
How did he
I
end
don't-
up with the projector?
I have no idea.
What the fuck?
I have no clue.
What a mystery.
Yeah.
Damn.
But then I realized that I never brought my mirror home.
Your what?
My mirror,
Your mirror? What mirror?
Yeah.
Oh, your
my little handheld one
yeah.
that he would always use. So I think he took that too. So
Wow.
I,
That's all scummy, actually.
I don't really care because I
But-
got it from Dollar Tree,
Yeah,
but
still, it's
Yeah.
the thought that matters. Anyway,
but hey, he used my toothpaste once and then he bought me a new one, so I thought that was nice.
that is nice.
Yeah. So
Well,
Yeah.
anyway,
we went off topic.
we always do that.
Yeah.
What were we
So-
talking about?
I think you kind of went in the direction of, defining the difference between a high school friendship and
Oh,
like
yeah.
relationships in high school and how they differ from
Well,
college relationships.
we didn't really talk, like as a dorm until. Oof, I don't even remember when we actually started to like. I mean, we did have like a couple nights where we would like hang out, but then not all of us at least, but a good amount of us. And we had one roommate who was only there the first quarter or the first quarter, first semester. What was it?
I think he left after.
Was it second quarter? It was after
Yeah, I think
Christmas
he-
break. So yeah, second quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he hung out with us and your roommate.
Yeah.
More with your roommate than anyone else, but
I mean, I really enjoyed his company. He
No,
was a
he was
really
cool,
nice
yeah.
guy.
I would have
And-
traded him off for the guy he hung out with more.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of kept my roommate in check, which was
Which was good.
yeah.
We just kept him out of our hair, to be honest.
Well, no, I think that my roommate was actually shoot. Did you guys hear my phone? I'm a bad podcaster.
What was that
Um,
noise?
It was a death trooper.
What? Oh, is that your
Yeah.
phone thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, so I mean, I think he was nicer when my roommate, or when he was with my roommate. Sorry, let me clarify. I
Other
think
way
my
around.
roommate
Your
was nicer
when he was around. Yeah.
when he was around.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That is
yeah.
accurate.
but okay, honestly, we could probably split this up and talk about like dorm issues and dorm relationships in a whole nother episode.
Or maybe we should just turn this one into the dorm. Or we could just okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we already did the intro and everything, so whatever. So yeah, let's just start by defining just differences in high school relationships and college relationships.
Well, I think the main difference is you it almost becomes like a thing like your friendships, for example, are really at school unless you hang out on the weekends or after school, which really limits your time to in class, like screwing around or lunchtime and stuff. And same with dating. I mean, the dating ends up being at school or on the weekends. It's not like you're spending every day, that's what makes it different, I think.
Oh, you're talking about high school
Yeah, I'm
relationships.
comparing high school with college.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
like
yeah,
in high
and-
school, it's like kind of like a "I'll see you tomorrow" kind of thing, and you have that
Yeah.
like break from it. But I think like in college, it's different. It's the whole opposite. It's like you don't. It kind of becomes like part of your everyday. like life. I don't even know if I'm making sense here. Um, like I guess the relationship becomes. I think the bond is a lot stronger because I think since you spend so much time together that if it doesn't. If it since you're investing so much time in a person, I think
I, I
it
think you need to slow down, and I think
no
you
no
need to
no
explain that again.
no okay so like in high school you only hang out really during school and maybe
Right.
after school if not weekend, right? So it's like a
Yeah.
what 5 6 hour max like time that you spend during the week or during the day. While in college, it's like it's a day thing. Like you spend like a lot more time together. You live together. You're like always around each other. You're living with each other. Your shit's all around other people's shit. Like it's all you're living with them. And so I think that the
Yeah.
time you invest into someone is a lot more like valuable. And so you like let's say like you choose your friends a little wiser, I think, because you think, okay, I'm not gonna you don't doesn't make any sense. Like you the investment of time becomes more like like for me personally, I picked my friends very carefully because I knew that I was like spending a lot more time, and then it like brought me closer to people because I knew who my friends were because I was like spending a lot more time and getting to know them on a personal level and
Right.
like deep level as opposed to just like, oh, we're going to math class, all right, see you there, okay, now we're passing notes and throwing paper airplanes at the teacher, and then okay, I'll see you in the weekend, and then on the weekend it's like, oh, let's go to a movie, and then you go to the movie and that's about it, you know.
Yeah.
Like
I,
here
I,
it's
I,
like
I
we need groceries, okay, let's go to the grocery.
yeah, I get what you're saying because it's
It's hard to
like
explain. I don't know how to
no,
explain
no,
it.
I get what you're saying. I'm gonna try and reciprocate it.
Yeah, please.
So in high school, it's like you have your passing periods and you have your classes, and you'll make friends with the kids in your classes, and you'll see them during passing period and be like, oh hey, what's up, and then you have lunch, and
Right.
at my school lunch was like 30 minutes, 45 I think. I'm not sure. Um, and so you kind of just hang out with you know people you had classes with because that's just kind of how you meet people, or unless like you play a sport in high school. I didn't play sports. I wanted to, but I had injuries, so I couldn't.
Right.
Um, uh, Also, my family didn't have money to support that, so but that's a whole nother issue.
Well, that's
Um,
it's related.
but it's like if you're in a sport, then you're meeting so many more people, and I think sports in high school are actually pretty cool. I
Yeah,
used to think that the people that played the sports were kind of uh, full of themselves, but it's a good community,
that is
and
true.
yeah, they do. The coaches can be really good people and can teach these kids a lot of lessons and stuff.
I think
Uh,
even the coaches in themselves a lot of time become friends
that's true.
with the
But
kids,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. I honestly, I would say that the most valuable relationships you can make in high school are probably with your teachers and
That's true.
your coaches. Because it's like those people they care about you
Yeah.
and that's really cool. I know that my PE teacher actually uh he cared about me tremendously,
Mm-hmm.
and I was president of a club that he supervised,
Right.
and so I was just with him all the time, and my school was small, so it's like people knew that I had a good relationship with him, so it was like I don't know. At first, it was like, oh, oh, you're just cool with this teacher, But then it was like, because everyone knew we were close, there was also like this little obligation to, maintain that friendship even with my teacher. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
um, but
But I
yeah,
think. Go ahead.
I, I don't talk to him now.
Right.
Um, I don't really talk to any of them anymore. I know I have a phone number of my um, counselor, and she was absolutely amazing and helped me through so much, even though I was a complete and utter asshole in high school. Um, like I was a total jerk my senior year. So the fact that she put up with that, God bless her. Honestly, she's an amazing woman, and I hope she has a wonderful life.
That's great.
So yeah, I actually kept in contact with her. I haven't talked to her recently, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, those are probably the most valuable relationships you can make in high school, and just because I believe that, having friendships with your peers in high school that, you have classes with, I really feel like a lot of those are just surface area relationships.
Yeah.
You're friends because you see each other every day. It doesn't really get much deeper than that.
Yeah,
It gets
that's what I
deep.
was trying to say.
Yeah, and I understood that. It gets more serious when, communication becomes constant. You go home and you end up texting them,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
that becomes more of like a serious friendship. Or even for guys, like I know a good friend of mine from high school, um, he has this great group of friends online that, he plays video games with. I used to play with them too.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that I have kind of like that too.
yeah, and it's actually kind of crazy that, you
Yeah,
know, those people are actually better friends than some of the people you go to school with.
exactly, yeah.
And, actually, I just had like an epiphany right now. Um, you know what I think it is?
What?
It's because you make friends with those people online during your leisure time. In high school, you're making friends with those people at your school, but you have an obligation to be there.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like at the end of the day, you know, you're talking to these guys during your leisure time, and you're talking to these other guys while you're at school. If that's crossing over, then that's pretty good. If you're talking to, basically what I'm saying, okay, because I'm fumbling over my words now, is that if you're talking to someone during your leisure time,
It's because they're
that's
worth taking up your leisure time with.
that's
Yeah.
exactly it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, at
um,
least for you, at least personally, there were,
yeah. Um,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
so just a little disclaimer. This is all our opinions, okay? We're just trying to give advice off of our opinions, okay? And our experiences. So there's a disclaimer. Now you guys can't get mad at us. Um, so yeah, I mean, I know that a lot of my high school friendships died out,
Oh yeah, same.
and I would really only consider about maybe like 5 people are still my
Wow,
friends from high
that's
school.
more than me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna name names, but they're probably gonna listen to this and they're gonna know who they are. Um,
Right.
uh, two. Actually, no, I met all of them, all 3 of them, my freshman year, and they've been my friends through everything. And I think about them pretty often. I don't talk to them a lot, but they're always in my mind.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's like
but
mine too.
yeah, it's just I don't know. It gets hard because once you graduate and you're off at college, you realize that sometimes there's not a lot to talk about because you're not at the school experiencing the same
Yeah, you're not
things,
like,
the
oh my
same.
god, did you hear about what that happened, or
Yeah, which I think that's a perfect area where you can draw the line between a college relationship, is because like how you said you spend literally 24/7 with these people.
I mean, not exactly, but basically.
basically, yeah. You're spending just so much time with these people in college, and it is leisure time,
Hmm.
because
A lot of the time too.
yeah, a lot of the time, because in college you pick your schedule,
Yeah.
and you know when your leisure time is. So if you're hanging out with those people during your leisure time, like it's pretty significant, because you could just go to your dorm or go back to your place.
Well, yeah, and a lot of time, like at least with you and me, we would actually try and work our schedules around each other to try and have like lunch together,
That's true. That's very
or
true. I forgot about
or
that.
or just like even like you, I would go to work with you, just walk with you.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah,
Uh, but
that's
yeah,
hilarious.
because you had work when I was free, and then I was like, well,
Yeah,
shit. If you're free, or if you're working when I'm free, then what the fuck am I supposed to do? And so I would walk with you when you're doing your job,
yeah,
since your job was just walking basically.
basically.
And okay, well, okay, no, well that's under speaking your job, but it involves a lot of walking. And
Right.
so I could just walk with you, for most of it. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good summary of the differences, I guess. I mean, I guess the other differences, um, like I think in high school, when you get mad at someone, it's like over something stupid sometimes,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
like you kind of get over it like not that much later. But I think in college, it really takes a lot more to like really start conflict between relationships, and when it
yeah.
does, it's like I mean, it's usually something like not stupid most of the time,
I'd say
because
it's like,
like little things will like piss you off, but then since you're living with those people, it's like you tell them kind of thing.
yeah, I would say it's like family.
A lot like
Because
family, yeah.
when you're living with your family, it's like you can have a serious argument. You can have a serious argument with like a family member, but it's like you're gonna wake up the next day and, 9 times out of 10, you're still gonna love that person because they're your
Oh, of
family,
course, yeah,
So it's like,
yeah.
it's the arguments aren't as serious. And I mean, we've we've had arguments with friends that we had that ended their relationship, and I think that's an important topic to touch too during this episode.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're at the halfway
someone's
point.
knocking at my door right now. Hang on.
Okay.
We're talking about like relationships in college and stuff right now.
Relationships in college.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Got me a guest star on that.
Like
Who's that?
friend, you could be eventually one day.
Who dat?
Yeah.
It's Henry.
It's your
Henry.
boy Hen Dog. Let me tell you something about college relationships, alright?
I mean, we're talking about like friendships and stuff too. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we're talking about like we haven't even
So
gotten
all
to
types
like
of relationships.
friendships.
No, we've only hit friendships. Really, we
Yeah.
haven't hit dating.
Well, you didn't see what I did. I put my finger through my other fingers.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sexual activities.
yeah.
Alright, bro.
Okay, well, let's pick up where we were
All
left off. I think
Yeah.
we hit the halfway point. So maybe we want to transition into dating relationships. I mean, I can't speak much for them since I didn't really have a relationship in college. I don't think. I mean, you came out of a relationship. Well, you came out of college or high school with a relationship. So I mean, you can speak more to it than me.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I think your relationship
My-
was kind of special, at least in high school, because I think it was more of a mature relationship than normal high school relationships end up being.
yeah. I'd say that me and my girlfriend, we had a lot of hardships, just
Which
separately.
strengthened it,
Um,
right?
like growing up, we had a lot of hardships, and our relationship, I'm not gonna say it was healthy, but there was a lot of things where we were trying to like cope with the hardships that we went through,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure that you just said that it made it stronger, which it did. and our bond is amazing now.
Right.
And I know her on such a different level that other people know her,
Which
and it's just
which
it's
is
amazing.
interesting because you guys aren't even at the same school.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a whole nother situation. You know, we started dating junior year of high school,
Mm-hmm.
and ended up going to different colleges. Granted, our colleges are like 2 hours apart, so it's not that bad.
Right.
Then again, I just got my car, so the getting to each other was very difficult all of last year.
Yeah, there was a lot of me picking you up at the train station, the
Yeah.
bus station,
Yeah,
for me coming to see her, or for coming back
Um,
from seeing her.
yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience with, you know, relationships within the same school. Uh, the really only experience, well, I mean, I have like experience of having the relationship in high school, but like, who doesn't have that experience, you know?
Right.
Like, everyone knows that high school relationships are pretty much trash. So,
In 9 out of 10 cases, yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I have so much experience with long distance because, you know, it was long distance. We wouldn't be able to see each other very often. It'd be like once a month if we were lucky.
Yeah.
And
When I was senior year, I had a relationship, and we cut it off because of that, because we were going to be going to different schools that were a lot farther away than you and your girlfriend are. I mean, I think it's like at least a 3-hour drive between the two schools, and so
didn't she go to a different state?
no.
Oh.
She was in like, I want to say SoCal, but not NorCal, so it was like Center Cal.
Oh, okay.
Which is like not 3 hours, but at least 2-ish.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I can't really speak for the actual college, like, relationship aspect. But if you guys do, feel free to let us know, and we can comment about your stories or questions that you might have about those things.
Yeah.
We'd love to comment more about this topic specifically, but since we're not very experienced, we're not gonna talk about it too much, because we're not gonna talk about what we don't know. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean, maybe next year we can talk about having relationships at the same school, since
Well, we'll see.
March 1st I might find out if I'm going to a different school. So
Oh yeah, I forgot that
Stay
you haven't
tuned.
found out yet.
no, I find out in like 2 more weeks or something.
Would be hella awk, since you guys are moving away from where the current school is, and then if you don't, how's that even gonna work? Okay, we'll talk about that privately, but
No, there's a plan. I have a plan. Don't worry.
okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that you have a plan. Otherwise, it's
No, yeah, I wouldn't do anything that big without a backup plan. Don't worry.
Well,
I've been
anyway,
that stupid. I'm not stupid anymore.
we can talk about family. I mean, family is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, obviously you're living away from home. I mean, I was originally planning to go to Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff, which was going to be like a flight
That's a drive.
away from my parents.
Yeah.
But I ended up choosing against that because of the whole license thing that I talked about last episode was going on at the same time, and so
Fuck, that'd be tough.
yeah, and because I lost my license expired a week before I was moving away. Oh no, not a week, like a month, because I was dealing with all that shit during the summer, and so I decided not to go because that whole thing was going down. Because yeah, that would have been, well, I mean, there was a lot of things that went into it, but that was a big factor, was just like having to deal with all the legal issues and shit from another state,
Right.
plus having to deal with like like DMV stuff in Arizona. I don't know what they call it there. I think it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's called the DMV. Maybe it is called. I don't fucking know. Anyway, but it was just a headache, and so I decided to stay somewhat local,
Hmm.
which was like a 45-minute drive from our school to my house,
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
which wasn't too close, but it wasn't also too far, so it was good.
Yeah, I'd say it was
And
like the perfect distance, honestly.
yeah, and so I think actually personally my relationship with my parents actually probably grew because I was out of the house.
Oh no, dude, 100%. I think that once you get out of your house, your relationship with your parents, it, I would say it more than triples in its quality.
Yeah, which is
I
actually
know.
I'm seeing like it's weird because now I'm back in the house,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like weird because it almost feels like it's going backwards.
Oh no, I totally, I
It's
can
fucking
totally understand that.
wonky.
It's yeah. I mean, I know this was big for my girlfriend especially.
Mhm.
Um, she had a really tough relationship with her mom, and you know, she knew that the reason her mom acted that way was because she loved her, but it was like she felt, actually no, I'm gonna shut up because I'm not gonna say how she felt because I don't want to be wrong. But
Right.
basically, um, her relationship with her mother increased so much after she went off to college, and honestly, being a bystander to that, it's actually really beautiful being able to see her, you know, build that relationship up with her mom after it being so difficult for her for a long time.
Right.
So it's like, these, I'm gonna say, these young kids are like, you know, itching to get out of their house, in high school and stuff. It's like you have a reason to want to get out, and it's gonna help. So even if like you don't go off to university and go to live in the dorms or something, like go into community college, hook up with some friends of yours and find an apartment. Like it really isn't that hard, Me and my friends did it. We have an apartment lined up and we're gonna move in August. So
Oh fuck. Uh,
what?
I accidentally activated my auto clicker and opened up 50 tabs
Nice.
on Chrome. Anyway, but yeah, the whole parent thing. I definitely noticed it. At least when I came home, it was like a whole nother. I don't know. It's hard to explain until you experience it. But now that I'm home, it's like. Well, you know what it is. I think is like a lot of time the parents don't have to deal with like, like you doing like dirt in your room, and so that's what causes a lot of the
Right.
stupid shit in the household. Like the stupid fights, is like with laundry or dinner or
It's the
or
shit we would get irritated with our dorm mates.
exactly, and so it gets to a point where all you talk about are you having conversations and positive things, and I know my mom for a fact enjoyed making me food and like wanted to make me food and stuff like that when
Hmm.
I would come home. Mostly
I
'cause
enjoy when she made food too.
the food that we had there was fucking awful. But that
Oh, at the school, the
at
school's food
school.
was
No,
awful.
no, no, yeah, not my mom's
I
food.
was
What the
like,
hell?
your mom's food is not awful. You're horrible.
Yeah, I kind of miss my mom's food because we're not really having her food because I mean we have.
What?
Well, because I'm on a diet, and so a lot of stuff has to be like, super
Fuck.
specific.
Can she make it for me then?
Yeah, we'll just mail food like 5,000 miles.
I don't see the problem.
I'm sure it'll be fine by the time it gets there.
I don't see any problem with that.
I'm sure customs won't be like the
The
fuck.
fuck is this? What is
Honestly,
this?
they'd be like, "Oh shit, it's Carlos's mom's food. Let's eat it." You know how they like confiscate stuff and then keep it at like the gates?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I've actually had someone confiscate. I can't say that word.
confiscate.
confiscate.
There you go.
Yeah, so I've had someone do that with one of my bags. They took something out of it, and they literally said, "Oh, dude, so and so's gonna love this." I was like, "What the fuck? My mom gave me that, bro."
my uncle bought some like super expensive like cutlery or something from Italy. And was bringing it back in his suitcase, and they're like, "Yeah, you can't bring cutlery because it's a weapon, and you're gonna murder the pilot and take over and like fucking
9/11,
like hijack the plane with tweezers, like they're always freaking out about, but then let you bring like enough liquid to probably light a fire anyway."
They don't let you bring liquid through security.
They let you bring gel, and you can definitely bring.
You can only bring like no, you have to bring less than like 3 ounces.
You can bring... Okay, well, whatever.
I promise you.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, they were going to confiscate it, and so he's like, "Nah, I'm going to throw it away." And then they, like, started freaking out, and they're like, "Nah, you can't throw it away." And they're like... He's like, "Yeah." And he, like, took it from the security guard's arm, hand, or something. And they started screaming in Italian, like, freaking out. And then he ended up throwing it away anyway. Because he's like, "If I can't have it, you can't have it." And so he broke it and threw it away.
Wow.
He was all pissed off because he spent a lot of money on it, and so, yeah. It's we just went on an airplane tantrum.
Nice. Anyways, back to the topic.
Yeah, back to family. So, yeah, I think since your parents kind of like have that, the fact that they don't have like not dealing with your shit, basically.
Yeah,
they enjoy your company a lot, and they miss your company a lot as well. I think it has something to do with it.
Things get better when they don't have to take care of you as much anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then, you know, they can appreciate you for who you are and who they raised you as, instead of, you know, yelling at you and being like, "Carlos, pick up your fucking socks," you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
did that hit home?
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
Yeah, so... I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so, I love my relationship with my mom. I mean, we don't talk as much as I'd like, but I don't know. I love my mom. She's awesome. She's such an inspirational person.
Yeah, we could talk about our parents in another episode, I think, and stories with them and such, as I have a lot of stories about my parents.
I mean, we're getting close to the end, so we can totally. Actually, I would love to make this a 2-part.
What?
I would love to make this topic 2 parts.
This topic 3. 2 parts. What do you mean?
Yeah, so like we could make this part 1, and then we can go on
another episode.
And continue talking about relationships and stuff.
Do you mean?
Because like this is some really serious stuff, man. Like, relationships are big, you know?
It's a huge topic.
It is a huge topic, and it's super important. And it's like, you know, if you don't have these, you know, relationships with your friends and your family and you know, that cute girl down the hall or that cute boy in your class, you know, like, it's going to be tough, you know? School's going to be tough. Living on your own is going to be tough. You know, it's good to have these support networks, and yeah, I think it'd be cool to go in more depth so that our listeners can, you know, hear it from 2 average guys just talking about it. So,
yeah, I mean, basically what it is, and our experience with it, or lack of.
Yeah, I mean, I love our friendship. So,
yeah, for sure.
Even though I don't get to see you at all.
I know.
And I always forget
voice or video chat when we do this, so we can actually talk to each other face to face. But you didn't want to do it because you think I'm ugly, so.
I didn't even say that, but
Boom.
Whatever.
Yeah, you did. Why are you lying to our audience?
I didn't say that.
Prove it. Prove it.
I didn't say it.
Oh, okay, good job. You proved it.
Period. I didn't say it, period.
Period. Done deal.
Yeah, that means I'm upset.
Oh, shit.
Because there's a period at the end. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, like the high period.
Oh, I hate that.
Here's a piece of advice: if your girlfriend or significant other ever texts you "Hi, period," start buying roses and chocolate.
Yeah.
And getting that apology ready because you fucked up. I mean, I don't know how else. I mean, we need to expand on some of this. We need to get some.
We need to
get some
expand.
juice out of this conversation.
I mean.
We could probably go back. We could probably just like reiterate and go back to roommates maybe and talk about, like I think
we could do that.
I think it was
in, like,
cool
10
that
minutes.
we had relationships like not relationships, friendships with other dorms, and then I guess we could talk about the dorm life and how it's like it's kind of cool because like you go over to other places, and since you like when you become friends with one person, you kind of start to know and get to know like other people from their dorm, and then it's like a chain. It's kind of weird.
Dorms, I would say dorms are excellent
ways to get to know people.
Yeah, because it's exactly how you said it. You know, you meet one person, and then you end
they're
up
like, oh, come over, and then you're like, okay, and then they're like, look, this is my roommate, and this is her friend or his friend that you didn't know, and then that person's like, oh, we should all go over to his or her place, and then they're like, oh yeah, and then you meet those people, and it just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah, and then you know like fucking Michael Phelps' nephew. You know, you know the next guy that's gonna land on Mars. Wait, next guy? I'm stupid. The first guy.
The next guy, yeah. Wait, who?
No,
who
actually,
are you hiding,
the next guy. You met the second guy that's gonna land on Mars.
No, yeah. What's the actor's name who landed on Mars in that movie?
Oh, I forget.
Fuck. The Martian from that movie, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna hate me for not knowing his name.
I think I might know, but I don't want to be wrong.
I have the movie right here. Matt Damon.
Oh, damn it! I was gonna guess last second. I was gonna say, does it start with an M and end with a at Damon?
Yeah, that was the first guy on Mars. My dudes.
Oh, dude. Who would think an actor would make it to another planet?
Honestly.
Matt Damon. He knew. Yeah, did you guys know that they actually filmed that on Mars? You know?
And Star Wars was actually recorded in
a galaxy far away.
In the galaxy far, far away. Yeah. And George Lucas is actually from the Star Wars universe. Yep. He's actually a Jedi. It's pretty cool. I love how our podcasts always end up talking about Star Wars. Except last episode. Last episode was interesting.
I'm just gonna apologize again.
Oh my god.
No,
I mean, we're not apologizing for everything. I mean, we're just apologizing if you felt offended for anything that was said. But
yeah, that's true.
But we do still feel that way.
I mean, I feel bad because topics. It's like I feel bad because that kind of went against the tone I'd say we wanted for the show. Because the past episode was super negative and yeah.
I think we're gonna stay away from negative, like super negative topics.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't talk about politics.
Probably not.
Maybe we should just keep that with James whenever James.
I mean, we can dab into it, you know.
Yeah.
We can dab into it. I actually dabbed in real life.
Oh, nice.
But we shouldn't focus it on a whole fucking episode where I'm talking and ranting on.
Yeah.
That's basic for sure.
Yeah, I think we both want to just really make this podcast about.
I want this to
We want to make a community, and we want to help people our age, people going through the same stuff we are, because we're smarter together, And
definitely.
I know me and Carlos aren't the smartest guys. Okay.
For sure.
But I've always heard that teaching is the best teacher.
What?
Have you not heard that before?
No.
No, you've never heard that?
No.
Yeah, because it's like when you're
Oh,
trying to teach
oh,
somebody
oh,
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Because it adds a whole different perspective to it, you know?
Yeah. I was gonna say another expression, but it wouldn't make any sense in this context. I was gonna say, don't give the guy the fish, give him the fishing rod. But that's not what we're doing here at all.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
Because if you give him the fish, right, then he won't be able to feed himself still. But if you teach him how to fish, then he knows how to feed himself. That's actually, I think that's from the Bible. Actually, I'm almost 100% sure it's from the Bible. Pretty sure that's a Jesus story. Not gonna lie. Not sure.
A Jesus story.
A Jesus story. You never heard that expression? It's like teach a man to fish or something instead of giving him the fish, because then he'll be able to feed himself and his family.
No, I've never heard that.
Some lame thing like that. Stupid smart people making sense. It's annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah. We would love to hear any comments you have or stories, personal stories, that you would like for us to not share or share. On the podcast, because we'll probably gonna make the next episode like an extension of this.
Yeah, we'll make it a part 2.
Yeah, and you guys can ask any questions on our Twitter, our Discord, our Twitter, Discord, email, which is what is it? SWN SureWN podcast @gmail.com. With any questions, any stories, anything, suggestions for things that we should talk about related to this topic or any other topic. Because obviously we're always looking for other things to talk about that you guys want us to talk about, obviously.
Eventually I want to get it to the point where, you guys, our listeners, are part of the content creation, you know?
Yeah, you guys are what guides what we talk about, basically. I mean, right now we're guiding what we talk about because we're still growing. But eventually, the goal is to just, this episode we'll pick Bobby Bob, who wants us to talk about Matt Damon landing on Mars. Cool. And then that's what episode 432 will be about.
We're definitely growers, not showers.
I don't know what that meant.
You don't know what that means?
We're showers? We're growers, not... what does that even mean?
It's a joke. It's a dirty joke.
We're growers? Oh, man. I've been away from the States too long. I don't know what's going on right now.
This is not a new joke.
I've never heard that.
Okay. All right. We'll continue this conversation next week with you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Make sure to check out the other episodes. I think we have 3, right? Yeah. This is the 4th episode. Cool. Check us out on Twitter, Discord, which will be in the description.
Yes.
And missing something. What am I missing?
I don't think you're missing anything.
Oh, let us know if you like this new outro music that will be at the end of the episode. That is probably playing already. And, let us know anything else that you want us to talk about, and we'll see you in the next episode. Unless Ryan has anything else to say.
If you like it, tell your friends.
Yes, please spread the word.
Spread the word. You have permission to...
good word of your lords. Just kidding, we're not your lords. Yeah. We're going off for way too long on an outro.
All right. Okay. Whatever. Let's make this quick. All right.
Yes. Thank you.
Join our Discord. Follow us on Twitter. Tell your friends. Okay. Bye.